Hey girl, hey, it's your girl Carrie and I'm back with another video. If you are new here, welcome. By the title, you see what this video is about, so we're gonna hop right into it. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys a funny story. So prior to my launch, I have a mentor and I was so excited to launch. I was originally gonna launch Black Friday. I'm like, what better time than Black Friday? I was so anxious, you know, and I didn't ask God for a date. I was just ready to just do it on my own. I felt like business wise, that was the decision I was gonna make with my flesh, okay? So I spoke with my mentor and I was like, I told her like I was gonna be starting out with the pre-order method because that's just what I couldn't afford inventory at the time. And that was just what was gonna make sense for my business. And so I let her know like how fast. She was asking me all the questions like, how fast can your vendor get it to you, yada yada yada. So I told her, she was like, girl, what you waiting on? I'm like, exactly. So she was like, well, let me see your website. So I'm like, okay, I have been working on my website for a while, but I never actually like took photos for it. I just took some photos at home when I was making content prior to my first launch in May, and I just used those photos, threw them on my website, and I was like, boom. I'm thinking I'm about to show her my website and she's like, okay girl, you ready? Girl, did she shut my shop down? She was like, your images are not going to convert. She was like, you need some new images. In that moment, I'm like, oh my God, because I don't have money for a photographer, let alone some makeup. I have hair because, you know, I have the hair that I was gonna use already, the hair that's in my head now. You know, just curl it, layer it, do what you gotta do. But I couldn't afford to get my makeup done. I couldn't afford a photographer. So I'm like, ugh, okay. So when she told me that, I'm like, okay. So now I'm trying to plan out like, what can I do to, you know, plan out this shoot and then, you know, do my website. Girl, first of all, I went back to God and I asked God, I'm like, okay, God, like I need you to give me a date because I was ready to do it by Black Friday. I'm not gonna be ready for Black Friday because I feel like with Black Friday, it's such a big deal. Like you need to be preparing for your campaigns and stuff and marketing prior to Black Friday. And I only had like a little bit of time. So I asked God, I was like, okay, God, I need a date. Like when should I launch? And like literally God placed my launch date. I was doing something, and when you ask for confirmation, you have to make sure that you're spiritually aware of the things around you so you know when you receive confirmation. Like I don't need 20 things of confirmation. I know that if I specifically pray for something and I get confirmation from it, that's from God, period. Literally, I got confirmation. I was like, boom. And I picked it up immediately because I'm spiritually aware of what's going on, but I'm in tune. Me and his relationship, we like this, girl, we locked in. So I was like, okay, yes. So I had more time, obviously, because the date that I received was January 1st. I wrote 1124, and that's the date that I got. And I had the screenshots because I don't got time to be lying. But everything, like, that's just how locked in me and God is. So in this moment, I'm still trying to figure out, like, how am I going to, you know, how am I going to get these photos? Because I just can't afford a photographer. Because my photographer girl who did my pictures for my first, like when I was doing a business shoot the first time, I think she charged like $300. And I'm like, I can't afford it. Then you got to get an outfit and all this. I was just like, I don't got that kind of money right now. Because if that was the case, I could spend $300 on bundles and use that for content. Anyway, we pivot, okay? So I'm like, okay, cool. So my neighbor, she's actually a cosmetologist and she just became a makeup artist. Look at God, baby. When I tell you I'm favored, okay, I am favored. So she texted me one day and she was like, hey, can you be my muse? First, she told me she was gonna use me as a muse like for Christmas photos or whatever, but I'm like, I don't need like Christmas makeup, so I won't be using that opportunity for that, but it'll come around again. So long story short, she let me know. She's like, she texted me one Sunday, like after church. And I was gonna text her anyway, see if she wanted to come and hang, get some little girl time. So she was like, hey, she was like, are you busy today? And I was like, no, what's up? She was like, girl, I need a muse. I wanna do a natural beat. And she was like, and I wanna use you as a muse. I'm like, oh my God, like, thank you, Jesus. Because in that moment, I pivoted, okay? I took that moment, and when she did my makeup, first the day was just so chaotic because my son, we go to church on Sundays and like he's going through regression. Girl, it was just a day, okay? Motherhood was very ghetto that day. So she did my makeup, and I'll insert the clips, girl, because she did it while I was holding him because he is a titty boy. He's a breastfed baby, okay? Very attached, and I love him dearly. But that day I was just like, oh my goodness, like I'm not gonna be able to get anything done. Girl, she did my makeup and it took a long time, okay? Because it was with the baby. It was about an hour and 30 minutes, so not too long, but and she's just beginning, so it wasn't too long. I'm not gonna say that. But when I tell you, I was like, she did my makeup, and I was like, dang, I was like, I want to take these pictures, you know, but I'm always like put my child first before anything, anybody, I don't care. So I was just like, dang, I'm not gonna be able to utilize this makeup today, because I was like, I'm about to get this content, like I'm gonna take these photos, watch this. But he was so fussy, so I told her, I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to wipe off my makeup afterwards because he needs a nap. Girl, my son took that nap and he was happy. I fed him, he was playing. I took my camera that I'm vlogging with, my Canon G7X. I have a ring light from Amazon that my husband got me actually probably 2 years ago. Love it. Great quality ring light. I took my ring light, baby. I plugged it up. I put on my white shirt like I was doing photos. I took off my jewelry. I forgot to take off my bracelet though. But girl, I get into that. I took that jewelry off, honey. I began snapping them photos, baby. And when I edited them, I edited them so good that I sent them to my mentor, and I didn't even tell her that I took the photos. I waited to see if anyone would notice. I was sending them around. I said, what you think about these photos? It was like, oh my God, these look good. And of course I'm gonna show y'all my photos. But it was like, oh my God, these look good. And I'm like, thank you. And so if you didn't ask, I didn't tell, but I did tell, you know, I showed my husband, said, babe, what you think? He was like, of course, you know, they look good. I sent it to my cousin, and she was like, you took these? She was like, okay, let me find out. I'm like, yes, girl, because as a business owner, as a true entrepreneur, you have to take risks, and sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. I used what I had. You're not going to have everything. Sometimes you just can't afford it. So what you gonna do? In that moment, baby, you gotta pivot, and that is how you know if you're a true entrepreneur or not. No shade to anybody, but baby, I'm gonna always make it happen. I'm gonna figure out a way to make it happen because I love what I do. I love my business, and it's still fairly new, but I'm so in love with my business. Like, I put so much time, prayer, dedication, everything into this business, and literally everyone around me knows that. And so in that moment, I felt so good. Like, although the day was, I felt like it was taking a turn for the worse, boy, did God work in my favor. All praises be to the Most High, because he know, like, just because, that's why the Bible say lean not on your own understanding, because what you think it look like is never going to end that way, because he already has a plan, baby. That's a word for somebody. So girl, I took my pictures, and I was so happy. Like, I only needed a few. I took my pictures, girl, and baby, when I tell you, I was marketing them pictures down, honey. Every Instagram post I had my pictures. The reels, I was using them on Canva. I used them for emails, because it literally turned my business up a notch, because they look professional. And most hair businesses these days, they don't have professional pictures taken. Not saying that you need them, but my mentor told me I needed them, because you need pictures that's going to convert into sales. So that's what I did. So I just wanted to let you guys know, do not focus on what you don't have. Use what you do have. Even if you don't have a fancy camera, this camera is $700. And shout out to my husband, because he always invests in my dreams and my business, and I love him so much for that, because it's not cheap. Business is not cheap. That's why you cannot run a business with $0, because you're going to invest something, okay? Even if you don't have a camera, you have a camera on your phone. The iPhone cameras, the Galaxy cameras, I don't know, because I don't have a Galaxy, but as much as they're in competition with Apple, I know their camera is top tier. Use your camera, get you a ring light, use your camera, get you a clear background. And even if you don't have a background, I was standing in front of my door right here, but I removed my picture from the original picture, and I put it on a white background. I'm gonna show y'all when y'all see them pictures, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, them look nice, girl. Thank you in advance. Thank you, because I know they look nice. But you got to use what you have to get what you want. Like, you literally do. And I was so proud of myself, and I felt so good about my little pictures, because I took them like they looked professional. And so sometimes you just have to pivot, but you have to do what you have to do by any means necessary. Do not let anything stop you, because the sky is literally the limit. So that's just all I wanted to tell you guys today. I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting me. We're on the road to 1,700 subscribers. We're like probably 8 subscribers away, so by the time you see this video, I'm pretty sure we will surpass that number. But I just want to thank you guys for all of your support. I want to give you encouragement, girl. Go ahead and take your pictures, do whatever it is that you need to do, because you got this, sis. So that's gonna be it for today. I love you guys. Until next time, bye.